Hey there and welcome to the Dave Does channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the recent video that came out from Nino, and the song is Beast Inside. Now, those that may not know who Nino is, and there are going to be some of you, they were effectively a percussive orientated new metal band that came out probably in they were second wave new metal, so they were late 90s, early 2000s. Had a really quick rise up the ranks with music that was on the soundtrack for one of the Freddy films or something like that. I can't remember, a couple of horror films they were involved in. Unfortunately, with the dreadlock and they had some, like, the early videos, they had like the Adidasy style looking shell suits and stuff, so they're very much kind of thrown in on the Korn bandwagon of image, and I think they kind of did them a disservice because they were much better than that. But they did lots of touring and the big festivals, etc. I saw them probably 15 years ago, give or take. It was probably the last time I saw them in London at the Hybrid Garage. They were doing a headline there. And again, they were phenomenal at that point as well. Who was supporting? Breed 77, so that would have been 2012, 2013, something like that. So yeah, about 11, 12 years ago. But again, they've kind of disappeared, but they've been beavering away and still playing, and they're just not, as obviously with new metal pretty much relegated, although they were on the return. They've probably just been kind of forgotten about, unfortunately, but they are a phenomenal band. So I went and I saw this come into my inbox, and here's a new single from this band. I was like, hell yeah, I gotta check this out. So yeah, let's go do it. Let's check out Nino. So I'm just gonna say I do talk during videos, just getting it out there right at the beginning. Well, they haven't scrimped back on any of their animation and video wise. It does feel early 2000s video wise. I love the grooves from these guys. It's basically metal to dance to. It's not about slam pitting, it's dancing. That's not the original vocalist, is it? Can't really tell from this video. Sounds similar, it just sounds a little bit different. Doesn't look the same to me. I need to check into that, because it's been a while since I checked about this band, but it does look like a different singer to me. But weirdly though, the voice is very familiar. It's catchy. It's quite generic, but it's still really catchy. This could have been released in 2000 and it would have sounded like this if they'd written it 25 years ago. This is the sort of thing that for bands or fans that don't like their bands to kind of change, they like the sound same across albums. It's very much an Nino trait. They've got their sound and they stick to it. let's get you that boogieing. Okay, there we go, Il Nino Beast Inside. So yes, it has changed. I just had a quick look in between finishing of the song and obviously starting back up afterwards. So Marcus Leal, I think is the name, took over vocals in 2019. But there seemed to be there was almost like a wholesale lineup change where a load of there was separation from where Dave Cherry, the drummer, seems to have had some disputes with the band and has changed the lineup. Now it does have a classic sound, but the vocals for me are very different. They don't feel the same as the original intensity of the even the cleans sound very different. This feels a little bit too pretty vocal wise, kind of almost a more of a classic rock vocal or hard rock vocal. Nothing too wrong with it, but I mean, my only steer on this would be is this sounds like an early 2000s, like off of Revolution, or Confessions, or one of those ones, which doesn't show any kind of significant growth to change your style. And I'm all for bands experimenting and doing different things and coming back full circle and putting some old. The whole album doesn't have to have the same vibe from track to track to track, etc. So I like to see progression. This just feels a little bit like putting out. If you didn't tell me, I would have thought this was from the early 2000s. It was only the fact that the vocalist sounds different makes me kind of think that it was a more recent track. And it's a shame because the band, I mean, they had I can never pronounce the guy's name, Haru Lister, who obviously many will remember from Machine Head's Burning Red, and I think he was on Supercharger as well. Albums, and then before he then went off to doing Il Nino. So these guys have spent a long time in Il Nino, to then kind of 5 years ago kind of depart is a sad thing, because this is part of your life, and it's not just one person leave, it was a significant wholesale change. So video also reminded me, I mean, it's looking at the kind of graphical and interchange with the bands, it looks cool, but it reminds you very much of that period of the early 2000s with big bands like Evanescence and the graphics and stuff like that for the time, and Linkin Park were a big progenitors of those particular kind of influences in CGI videos, and that's kind of looking back then. Even Megadeth did it with their video for what was the one, A Tout Le Monde, which they did with Christine Scabia from Le Corps Le Corps. And you can see it in those the same sort of graphics are present there. So they've kind of gone back down that route. Is this going to break Il Nino into other, get exposure for them to new bands? I don't think it will. And for the older fans, it's not going to make you, I mean, as a fan of Il Nino, music historically, it's stuff I do put on from time to time. I've seen them live a few times. This is not going to get me excited about what's coming out from the band. It's I'd probably go there looking to, if I saw them live, I'd be wanting to see the old hits, not the new stuff, because it's not really working for me. But yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think about Il Nino's new song Beast Inside. Is it a surefire hit, or is it sort of leaving you a little bit underwhelmed like it has with me? I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, if you enjoyed the video today, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.